Hey everybody, Kevin here, and here's a little something for your performance edge this week. Now, I want to talk as we finish the end of this year. I'm always big on finishing strong and letting that strong finish carry over into the new year, into 2025. And there's a huge invisible I want to unpack with you today. And this invisible is a very important invisible, and it's this: am I integrating my wins from this year into my self-concept? And what I mean is this: we have all kinds of wins, and we often just experience them in a separate form of us. In other words, we've risen to our best, we've accomplished this huge goal, we've got this accomplishment, we've done this thing, and for some weird reason, I do not know why, we separate ourselves from it. Like, we collect it, we put it on a shelf, but we never integrate it into our own being. And there's a part of what we do on the other side of this where we take all the negatives of everything that went wrong and maybe didn't go as well as we had hoped, and maybe we stumbled on, and we kind of like self-judge, and we put this into this and focus on what we are not, or what we're lacking, or whatever, you name it. It's negative, and I'm often mystified by that. And a lot of times when I'm coaching, when I'm sitting down and we're talking through what the wins are that people have, there is a huge separation there, and I don't want that to be the case. So here's what I want you to do, all right? I want you to list out your wins. And then as you list out the wins, now words are really important things here. So when you write out the win, write out what its impact was. How did you feel? All those things. And when you look at those words, I want you to identify keywords. I want you to get a yellow highlighter out, or the color of your choice, and sit down and highlight those keywords. Pull those words out into a list. And then really nail down what those words mean to you. And when you get into the meanings of those words, then ask yourself, how do I live those words out every day? In other words, how do I repeat and gain that feeling again? Now, isn't that novel? Isn't that something? Because guess what? In our own subconscious, we do that so easily in the negative. We do not exercise that in the positive. And as we're coming to the end of the year, as we're sitting down and we're assessing all of the good, which we should be doing, by the way, and then listing out the impact of that and the feelings that we had around that and the things that we did around that, and find those key words and unpack what those words mean and attach those words to us in a way of saying, this is what I want to be more of. Then express that every single day. Make those words, put those words on your mirror in your bathroom, stick them on a Post-it note over your computer, stick them somewhere, put them on your phone as maybe the screen, whatever that is, but those are your words. And then bring the joy to what you do. Be a force of nature for good. And live in that good stuff, because 90% of it is good. We so focus on the 10 that maybe didn't live up to what we had hoped. So that's my challenge for you. And I want you to really lean into it, because we always think about wanting to be something new, but there's so much that we KNEW about ourselves. We knew in our heart and in our mind that we are capable of experiencing these wins. We knew deep down. It's more about doubling down on the KNEW rather than trying to come up with some NEW for 2025. And that's why we always mess up. That's why we never get there. And so, hey, I just want to encourage you. And hey, as the year comes to an end, let's finish strong in that light. And don't be trying to find the NEW new, but double down on the KNEW new, and unpack all that goodness, and then insert it into your heart and mind. Develop those mindsets around those keywords and do some damage with it. So, hey, I want to encourage you guys, stay after it, and always remember this: when you see the invisible, you become unstoppable. And folks, this is a huge invisible. So do some damage out there. Now, one last thing. Hey, I had some people reach out about the masterminds we're going to be running in 2025. I'll be getting with you guys soon on that. I want to put that out there. The word I want to talk about too is we're just not good at operationalizing ourselves. We put a lot of things that we want to do out there, but we never break it down in terms of the things that move the needle. And I want to challenge you, if you want to be a part of a group that not just it builds the level of operationalizing the language, but installing the actions and the accountability for that. Let me know. Send me a DM, send me a text, 330-432-7001, and we'll talk to you later. Have a good one, and do some damage out there. Rock and roll.